The legal battle over the Mount Soledad cross has spanned a quarter of a century, but the cross itself has perched atop the La Jolla Hill for much longer. The original wooden cross was erected in 1913 by private citizens. The first cross was reportedly stolen by vandals. The second cross was toppled in strong winds. And finally, another cross, the 43-foot, 24-ton stucco cross we see today, was dedicated on Easter Sunday, 1954. But the extraordinary court and political battle began in 1989, when a San Diego atheist group said the cross was a violation of the constitutional provision of separation of church and state. Here with more on where we are today, our legal analysts Dan Eaton and Bruce Bailey, president of the Mount Soledad Memorial Association. Welcome back.
Thank you. Nice to see you, Peggy.
Dan, bring us up to date. What did the judge, Larry Burns, what did he rule on last week?
Last Thursday, Judge Burns ruled that the cross had to come down within 90 days, but stated pending further appeals. Judge Burns said, look, the Ninth Circuit in 2011 made it clear that the cross in the site as it's currently configured could not stand because a reasonable observer aware of the history would think that the government was favoring Christianity. Judge Burns said, my original order in 2008, which said it could stand, was right, but I'm bound by the Ninth Circuit as a federal trial judge, and it has to come down.
And Bruce, you were at that ruling. You plan to appeal this ruling. What are your next steps?
Yes, I was. It was a 2.5-hour hearing, and Mount Soledad, our options are this. First, we can appeal it up to the Ninth Circuit and then let them hear it either en banc or go ahead and give their earlier opinion, their approval, and then we would ask that it go to the Supreme Court. Now, as I understand it, there is also a potential that we don't have to go through the Ninth Circuit and we can go directly, take Judge Burns' ruling and take it directly to the Supreme Court.
To the Supreme Court. Now, Dan, the Supreme Court refused to hear the Mount Soledad case back in 2012. Is there any idea or thoughts as to why they might hear it this time around?
Well, sure, because the reason the court in 2012 declined to hear the Ninth Circuit appeal is because there was no final judgment. The Ninth Circuit only said that the cross in its current configuration, the memorial site in its current configuration, was inconsistent with the Establishment Clause. The Ninth Circuit did not tell Judge Burns exactly what to do with it. There was no final judgment as to the remedy. Now, Judge Burns' ruling is a final remedy, and Justice Alito, in agreeing with the rest of the court that the court should not hear the case then in 2012, said, this is an issue of substantial importance, and you're welcome to come back and see us again once there is a final judgment. Now there is.
And now there is. And Bruce, just very basically, why would you like to see the cross stay?
Well, it's very clear to us that the cross in and of itself is, it's a Latin cross, but it has much more meaning than just as a religion symbol. We look at it as a symbol of sacrifice, and our mission up there is to honor veterans. And for as long as I think there's been mankind, there has been crosses that have been put up for honoring veterans and their sacrifices. And that's what our position is.
Okay, well, I want to let folks watch this. KPBS got reaction from the ACLU on why the cross, they believe the cross should be removed. So let's take a look at that.
This is a wonderful religious symbol. It should be honored and cherished for people who believe in Christianity and follow the sects of Christianity, but it shouldn't be on federal property. Federal property should be something that recognizes all Americans, be they Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, and we shouldn't be elevating one particular group over any others when we're talking about the federal government.
Okay, and we're going to have to leave it there. To find out more details on the history of Mount Soledad Cross, go to our interactive timeline at kpbs.org.